Xbox One X.
Project Scorpio is finally unveiled and it's called the Xbox One X. Yeah, along with the Xbox One S, I don't think the name was a good idea, but who cares. After some impressive trailers, Microsoft starts to talk about the technical capabilities of their newest hardware. The technical stuff may sound like mumbo jumbo, but they are actually really important since this new console is not really a successor. It plays the already existing Xbox One games, but in 4K. 4K plays a very important role in this briefing too. Microsoft shows some delicious eye candy for the crowd. They are really pushing for the graphics, the frame rate, and the tech involved. The next thing is the compatibility aspect.
So right from the start, all of your Xbox One accessories and games will work with Xbox One X.
We already knew that the new console would play the already existing Xbox One library of games. The already existing games will be improved thanks to the improved hardware. The next thing is the internals. Phil talks about the liquid cooling, the Scorpio engine, and the small size of the Xbox One X. Then you see a real 2018 model Porsche on the stage. The first time this specific model is shown to the public. Also, Microsoft doesn't forget to talk about the hardware of the Xbox One X while talking about the luxury car.
Like the Xbox One X, it's a monster.
Forza Horizon 7 now runs at 4K and 60 FPS. They talk about how visually impressive this game is and how Microsoft is really passionate about racing and esports. For a long time, the main focus is on the graphics, and after that, Microsoft starts to talk about licensed cars in their games. Phil comes onto the stage and says that they are going to showcase 42 games in total, and 22 of them being console exclusives. The second trailer shown belongs to Metro Exodus, and it looks pretty darn interesting. It has got shooting, trains, and a storyline. Okay, I'm joking. From the looks of it, I guess, never have played a Metro game before actually. Another Assassin's Creed, oh boy, is being showcased this time, and it happens in Egypt. Jean Gaston talks about how it's the perfect setting, RPG elements, and more stuff that you probably don't care about. Next. Phil Spencer comes onto the stage again and starts talking about Mixer, which is the renamed version of Beam.Pro. They talk about how you can stream PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds using that service. The game itself didn't really strike me as it looks like just another Battle Royale. Deep Rock Galactic is shown too. The art style is pleasing and the gameplay looks interesting too. And Zombies. Shoot everyone, it's State of Decay 2. Never have heard about the first game before, and this trailer doesn't strike me at all. It just looks uninspired. Maybe it's because I don't know the lore or something. Next. This one looks interesting. The Darwin Project looks and feels like Overwatch, but maybe it really is something to follow. The only thing I didn't like about this presentation is the player on stage. He just talks so fast, trying to get everything out of his chest in a short amount of time.
Those tracks are leading up, but that tree is going to give him direct information. That red outline is a mortal unicorn, and he's letting in about 100 meters away now. Looks like he might be crafting or something, but what is this that Bloody Marrow's going to do? Getting ever closer, join that beeline, and now he's going to cloak it up. Is he going to walk in through the front door or what? Looks like he's going to sneak in on the back.
And now, the moments you have been waiting for. Minecraft. The only reason to buy an Xbox. Okay, yeah, whatever. Now it has something called the super duper graphics engine stuff, which is just a shader mod that you can get for the PC. Mojang has also announced that now every platform, mobile, PC, console, and VR can play Minecraft together. When it ends, Phil Spencer talks about how the 4K Minecraft blocks blew his mind.
Minecraft in 4K. When the Minecraft team showed me the first version of the game in 4K, I was blown away.
Great. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Looks like Street Fighter with final smashes always on. Not saying anything bad though, it is actually interesting. Black Desert is an MMORPG with a Scandinavian tone. and it also has some interesting fighting mechanics. If they can make it responsive and compatible with the MMORPG genre, it can be a great one. Next up is a game with beautiful landscapes, and it also has NES graphics. The game is called The Last Night, and it looks like a story-driven, this trailer was really bad, but the game itself really did caught my attention. I'm looking forward for this one. The Artful Escape of Francis Vendetti, this is the title. I said the Last Night's trailer was awful, but this one is just a boy or a girl with glasses on running around, and suddenly a guitar appears, and I don't know, I didn't knew a lot of these games, and the trailers were my first chance of seeing them. Especially this one confused me so much. It has some great visuals, and I'd say that's it. Until I opened its website. I don't think the game will be bad because of the trailers, but the trailer on E3 is so important that I think it should have been crafted better. Code Vein, or Vine. Red-Eyed Girl. Fights. After reading my notes that I had written in real time, I didn't remember this game at all. Please don't be triggered. Thanks. Well, Phil Spencer is on the stage again, and he's talking about creativity now. Because the next one is Sea of Thieves. The name is striking enough. This is a mainly multiplayer game, and you and your crew adventure through seas, collect treasures, and battle with enemy ships. I think it could be fun, especially with your friends. Tacoma looked like Adrift when I first saw it, but it looks like it's actually multiplayer. This trailer is very cryptic too, but at least the visuals and the music are good. Super Lucky's Tale is a console exclusive, but who cares since it's a 3D platformer with a cat or dog or whatever furry creature as a main protagonist. Yikes, it also looks exactly like Conquer, but it's not. It's like they want people who want another Conquer game to suffer. But I might be the only one that thinks this game could be fun. It's a 3D platformer that is not Mario. Come on, Cuphead had a very different trailer. It was very cryptic and didn't explain that much. It was really short. The game looks like an old Disney cartoon, and first it looks like some sort of a platformer, but then it looks like a shoot 'em up. We'll see what it leads up to. The next trailer belongs to Crackdown 3. I don't know anything about the previous titles, but this trailer wasn't that good. The beginning involves some live action and the player immediately curses. And then talks about how you can forget about throwing bombs and start throwing buildings at people while being so over energetic.
Tomorrow you'll be throwing cars. Forget dropping bombs. You're dropping buildings. Now it's time to get to work. Time to step up.
Then the game footage comes in and it doesn't look that different to me. You also don't throw buildings at people. I don't think the game will be bad since it's the third installment, but this trailer seemed like something that tried so hard to be badass, while the game itself it's trying to present seemed like a normal battle royale. Now the main wave of trailers is over. They start showing some of the smaller games very quickly, but some of these games look way more interesting than some of the main entries like Unruly Heroes and Observer. This is the Independent Developer Program of Xbox, ID at Xbox for short. Phil Spencer talks about how Microsoft is very passionate about independent and smaller developers, and how they can make some great stuff too. And then they show Asian, which had a trailer that focused mainly on the story elements, but the game itself looks great actually. But after that, a huge Square Enix logo appears and shows Life is Strange Before the Storm, a prequel to the movie game Life is Strange. But half of the first game is happening before the storm, isn't it? I still haven't beaten it yet, I don't know. Also, now the main character is smoking too, that's the thing. Yeah, great. The Vice President of Monolith appears and shows us some gameplay of Middle-earth Shadow of War. The game itself looks decent enough apart from the dialogue maybe. They talk about how they have expanded the open world and stuff. Also, people attack us because we created the machine. I have to research more on this one. I'm not really familiar with Middle-earth. Next up is Gareth Coker, the composer, playing a piano live to make the trailer of Ori and the Will of the Wisps even better. Storms, overgrown vegetation, and the general sad tune all complements to the general atmosphere this game has.
Ori affirms my belief in the beauty, artistry, and heart within the art of gaming.
I share Phil Spencer's opinions on this game 100%. We'll be looking forward to it. Next up is something that is one of the stronger pillars of Microsoft's E3 this year. At least I think so. Phil Spencer talks about backwards compatibility on Xbox One. Finally, he says,
But I've heard your feedback and you want more. Today, I'm pleased to announce an exciting expansion to the program.
and the original Xbox logo appears on screen. Some of the most well-known original Xbox games will be available on Xbox One's library of games, including the fan favorites Crimson Skies, he adds. He also doesn't forget to add that these games will look and play better on Xbox One. Microsoft will also update Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2, and Minecraft to 4K for free. Games like Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil 7, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Rocket League will be updated to 4K for free as well, as they are included in the Xbox One X Enhanced program. There seems to be no guarantee to these free updates, however. Some publishers could charge for it, but this is just my guess, and I hope it doesn't become a reality. After that, as the conference comes to a close, EA shows their newest open world title, Anthem. It is like a futuristic shooter, multiplayer open world that doesn't look half bad. If executed well, typical EA fashion, it can be a very fun experience, especially if you're playing with friends. Here comes the pricing. Xbox One X will cost $499 US. It's basically 500. I don't really know about this practice, but whatever, you can still buy an Xbox One S or an original Xbox One, of course, if you don't want the 4K resolution and stuff. And after all of that, the conference finally comes to a close. After another Xbox promotional video, the screen finally cuts to black. Like this video is going to be. This video has cost me hours of sleep, but I hope that it was worth it. Thank you for watching.